Alright guys, this is so far the car right now. I got the whole front end dismantled. I actually got the whole AC box removed. Right now working on feeding all these wires back to the firewall itself. I took off the valve cover a while ago. I just always had it sitting on from the last couple of videos. It's actually sitting over there now. Motor's actually pretty clean on the inside so far. But there's more of the stuff I'm going to be taking off on here. There's floor dry on top of the motor. Yes, I know. But this motor's junk anyway, so it's actually going. But the whole valve, I can't pronounce this, valve valley, all clean, nothing wrong with it. Those were actually able to move over. We took my grandma's car and hooked it up to the positive and negative leads before I dismantled all the wiring, and went through and checked it. It's actually turning over. There's all the motor oil. It's actually dark from, there's a little bit of runs. That's coolant. Car took a crap ton of coolant. One coolant's clearer than the other because there was water mixed in, like really, really bad water. Don't know. But pretty much, whole car's getting dismantled. There's transmission lines. I actually had to cut those because they would not twist out the radiator, and actually the radiator's in bad shape. All the AC stuff's been removed. That's all in really bad shape. That's not even going in there. I'm putting a steel patch panel right here. Nice little steel patch panel. I'm going to actually seam seal it. I'm actually going to bolt it back in place and seam seal it. Not welding it. It's getting bolted. So if I ever need to get to anything back here, I can. It'll be easy access. But right now there is a giant hole going to the cab of my car. My dog's over there sighing. But that's every piece of the car right back here. Fender, radiator support, the front cowl piece, fender wheels. Here's another radiator. Here's that rust I was telling you guys about. I got most of it sandblasted off. But except for over here, I ran out of sand. Whatever sand's left in the gun is what I have. And then I'm going to take a wire wheel on my air drill. I'm going to go through and touch up all of this frame here. And I'm going to go through and actually undercoat the frame all the way up to there. So once this motor's out of here and I actually have the control arms and everything out and this thing's just sitting on jack stands, all this is going to be undercoated or chassis paint, one of the two. Same thing with over there. And then this firewall is going to be all cleaned up. I'm going to mask it all off. And then I'm going to go through and paint that a nice black. This whole thing. Now, I also want to get that patch panel. I'm going to scuff it up with some Scotch-Brite pads, and I'm going to paint that black also. But first things first, everything's getting covered in primer, even the frame rails. And they're actually going to be covered in a high heat primer. So they're very durable. After I go through and clean up all that junk. All sandblasting media that fell out of my fenders. And that hood, the only thing I got to take off of it, and then it's going, is that hood latch. And that's getting cut up and going bye-bye. Actually, I got the cut tool right in here, my air-powered air saw. There's my air compressor. Yes, by the way, the flash is on with my camera. There's the front cowl piece. It does have a crack in it right there. Me and my friend are going to see if we can repair that. But I'm planning on getting a whole carbon fiber front end piece for this. Fiberglass or carbon fiber doors. If not, I'm going back to steel. They're more expensive. They're cheaper. Because for this whole carbon fiber front end piece, it's one whole section that goes around. $3,800. The hood that I'm getting that's carbon fiber, $1,800. That gives you an idea of what this car is going to go for. The motor I'm building is going to be 10 grand. This ain't no joke, guys. It's a lot of money to build a drag car. Like, I work at O'Reilly's. Do I have 10 grand sitting in my hip pocket? No. Do I have 3,800 sitting in my hip pocket? No. Do I have 1,800 for a new hood sitting in my pocket? No. Do I really actually have the money to do this car? No. But you see, I'm still doing it. This is like I do this stuff because there's people out there who maybe one day want to get into this and see the struggle I go through. I've owned this car for 3 years. And this is what I got done to it. 3 years worth of work, all the front end done, and very terrible body work. I've warped the roof, the hood's all fucked up. Well, the hood's been fucked up. Been fucked up since I bought the car. But I'm actually eventually now getting somewhere. As you can see, that's all out. I never had that out before. I've never had these fenders off. This is all an adventure. I'm taking you guys along with me to understand. Excuse that dent. That was from me being an idiot, thinking when it was parked over there, where that shining light is, that's my patio over there. The thing ain't gonna focus on. When this thing was parked over there for about a month and a half, getting more rusty than it is, because we had a garage sale, it got a little too rusty in that, but I decided to see, because it got too close to the house while I was trying to turn it to the driveway, to see if we could shove it over. My fat ass put a dent in it. Yep, a nice lovely dent that's anyways going to be coming out, because this whole panel here is getting cut out and having a new one put in because of the giant rust holes. AKA same thing with the other side. These doors are getting replaced because of the rust down there that goes all the way through the door. Doors aren't savable because of that. And if I wanted to save them, it was going to be too much money. So I'm getting whole new doors for both sides. But right now, the goal is get this money out, save up $2,000, buy my motor block after I buy an engine hoist, because I have to have one for this. I need a motor stand, not for this, but for the new motor. And then I gotta save up some money and go down to Ohio to pick up the motor from Summit Racing, because I'm buying a dirt block. And then I'm gonna go through and send that block out to get bored 30 thousandths over. So every 30 thousandths over is another 5 cubic inches. So right now it's a 350. That would make it a 355. Add a stroker kit to it. It makes it 383. I'm doing that. I got to contact Dart when I buy that block to see what heads they would recommend for me doing it, because I'm going to explain to them what I'm doing with the block, because it's going to be twin screw supercharged. So that means there's going to be a big old blower up here that is belt driven like this, belt driven, but not like that belt. That's a V belt. Something similar to that. Whoever's up there, I'm gonna fucking shoot. Yeah, some fucking critter up there. Fucking drives me insane. But it's gonna be a big thick belt by like that. That's gonna be driving that supercharger, along with any other belts that are gonna be like powering my alternator, my power steering. This car will have power steering. That brake booster is probably gonna be powered off of the power steering vacuum. Mainly so I can stop. Don't know how well that's going to work. I might just put manual brakes in this. We'll find out as we go. Unless I can find something that can power that off of there, I'm kind of screwed. Because that actually gets powered off of this right here. My intake. And since I'm going supercharger route, one sec. Ow. Do I have another one? I do. Oh, this. Oh well. There it is. Whew. That hurt. But, like I was saying, since I don't know if the twin screw supercharger route will have that on there, I don't know if I can adapt, like tap into the intake manifold for that supercharger, put that on there so I can still use a brake booster. It all depends with this car, the route we're going. Because I am going to want power brakes in here to be able to stop this monstrosity. And since it is getting wheel load disc brakes all the way around, not disc brakes all around, that's going to be the adventure of this car. But I figured I'll update you guys to show you the progress of what we have done to it. I know you guys might want to see how I'm doing it, which one day I will go through and do. Me and my brother will actually take turns filming, because he does some work where I do other. Like anything like this freaking bolt here, which I have to find a pipe to go on my ratchet to be able to get off. there, I do that stuff. Like him with the wiring and that, he's able to pull the wiring through the firewall. He's able to do like small area work because he's a skinny white boy who's able to fit into areas like this. Where me, my arm won't even fit all the way through there. I have a fat ass arm. But there's certain things on here he does because he's able to fit. And there's certain things on here where I don't fit that he's not strong enough to do, but I can. Like that bolt there I was pointing out right there. Taking the alternator off, taking this clutch fan off and all that. That's stuff I'm able to do. Taking this off, that's something I can do. It's all about the work. So you usually have a teammate. Me being so big as I am, and just fat period, don't fit in these areas. And since I don't fit, what do? My brother helps. Now, yes, I have one wiper blade still on here because we're having trouble getting that one off. Because someone decides somehow to run screws underneath in there and I don't know how. So right now we're trying to figure out how to get the fucker off so I don't destroy that arm. Even though I'm buying a whole new set. Because this arm broke. It's over here. I'm also getting rid of these ridiculous wiper blades. I bought them to see how well they would do, and they kind of sun faded. I decided to just try them. They were 18 bucks from AutoZone. Not my cup of tea. They are shit. But back to what I was saying. Right now I'm working on getting that off so I can get that wire off, get this alternator off, get the water neck off. Once I do those, then I gotta figure out how to get this fucker out, that distributor right there. Some people don't even know what the distributor's for. We'll explain that in a different video once my friend's able to come here and explain some things. He'll explain to you the workings of a distributor, valves, and that, as long as I don't take those fuckers off yet. He can still explain it to you when it's sitting on my messy ass bench filled with car parts and tools. Also, more car parts behind me. Drag tires, subwoofers, carpet that goes in the smuggler's bay. There's car parts back there, in there. Excuse me. There's car parts everywhere in this garage. Which also comes to my next conclusion. I don't have space for shit. I'll probably end up selling some stuff like these control arms. These can go. They're in good shape, just need new bushings. As you can see. Bushings are easy. You can get them from O'Reilly's, my work. Need new ball joints. Those are easy. Just press the old ones out, press new ones in. Wada bing, wada bang. But, like that clutch fan, that will be sold. These upper and lower control arms will be sold. This sway bar will probably be sold. Because I'm not going to have one on this car. I'm going to have one in the rear, but not one up front. Because it's a drag car. I want more of a suspension travel. Those coil springs are just going to be pitched. They're no good. My suspension's shot in the front. Right now I can't show you because I don't have the weight to even push down this front end. Like, barely enough weight. You see, everything's good still. Just except for that bushing. And yes, the tire angles outward. Oh, you can see the exhaust pipe down there. What a lovely, shitty looking exhaust pipe. But I'm going to pause this video real quick, guys. I got to run inside to grab something to drink. And I'm also going to grab my cigarettes. Because this car's pissing me off, and that gives me my thinking time. Also, shitty radio. And another shitty radio. Oh, wait, no, it's not down there. Where'd it go? I don't know where my brother put my other radio. But I'm going to pause this, guys, and I'll be back.